Tell me what's wrong with that picture, folks. You see these lines? That's due to these spreaders. Okay? And I don't care what brand it is. They're not smooth. They're like a, how the hell can you, no wonder everybody's bitching in the auto industry, in the dipstick at Advanced Auto Parts that I screamed at about the fuel pressure regulators not coming in. Oh, you're the only one that's not complaining. Obviously, that shitbag doesn't watch YouTube. Notice I got the right dipstick. Notice how I put my own insulation because of my headers around my wires. Okay, but you see, it fit. That's all it takes. Okay? These people, they want to get into a pissing contest with somebody like me. And you know what? I got my tripod backwards, folks. Hopefully it's not going to end up lopsided like it did before. See, I'm not a professional. I don't have a crew here to help me out. It's just me and my backyard and my orange cat. The great orange menace is lurking. He stuck his paws in body putty the other day. The other day he got a bird and he goes up on the table, my work table right there. See the work table? All my stuff there. And all that flies out of his mouth is this little bird's body and feathers. It was like, pow. Day 3, not yesterday, it rained the day before. I'm out here, and this time it's grass chunks. He comes up and hurls grass chunks on the table in front of me. So, anybody want an orange cat? It's a used orange cat. I mean, that cat is something else. Look, I'm not the only one complaining about this. I don't know how people are making money, but I know a lot of guys are leaving the trade. I'm hearing that. That's why I still smoke. It's bad enough now that I've got to look up the part numbers. And like I said, Rock Auto might have it, and it might be 2 weeks shipping time, maybe 3 weeks. And then, somebody else, you order something, and that's wrong. I don't know how the hell shops are making money anymore. And that's happening to a lot of shops because they're telling me it's not at these auto parts stores. But I know these people around here. And I know people that take their vehicles there because I don't do everything here. And they're calling me a liar to my face. Why would I lie about this stuff when I have YouTube right here? I'm showing you exactly what's going wrong. That takes me extra time. Instead of that stuff going on smooth, and that's nitrostan. These days they call it polyester or nitro polyester. They have, this is what I'm using. And this stuff with a smooth spreader, it goes on, it fills every little pit, every little hole. I told that man already, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to see a wave here or there. You're going to know it's been fixed, but it doesn't look like anything. And then the cab corner was all rusted off on the bottom. It looks a lot better. And when you're 5 feet away, you don't see it. It's Class B bodywork. But still, still, okay? A professional shop, that's why a professional shop, they replace doors. But I'll be damned if I'm going to pay $800-900 for a door or $800-900 for a tailgate. I went to the U-Pullet yards. They didn't have a door. They didn't even have a tailgate because people beat the shit out of those things. The door I had for a 2008 F-150, the hinge on the bottom was a ½ inch off. And that's because of Ford and different factories. So, I have to... And we're talking about 3 different things at once. That's a customer. Look, it's a problem in the industry. And if the industry is all Chinese, they're not going to recognize it. You can't sue China. Remember what I told you about that? And remember what I told you now, these big chain auto parts stores that treated you so good? They sold years of overstock off. Ray Bestis is out of business. Carlson's out of business. I don't think Standard Ignition, I think they're still out in Wisconsin. But there is so many that went under. Bendix, the big names, Fram went under. I've never had a problem with a Fram oil filter. I don't know what the bitch was. I open them up, they're the same as any other goddamn filter. Sometimes they have, sometimes I believe they did cause leaks, valve covers, main seals. I think they were packed a little tight, but I think once that was exposed, I do think that Fram got on that. I'm going to return this phone call, and I want you to think about some of the things that guys like me are going through trying to do this. Just trying to make a few dollars. And that's why guys like me are working in their backyard. I took that plastic bed rail off. I don't know if you've ever taken a bed rail off. These Fords, you know. These Genius Genies, they use pinch welds. Every goddamn pinch weld, every spot weld's got rust. And see, you got these things, right? And then they break off. They've made junk out of everything that you're going to buy. And then the customer takes his vehicle and trusts you to fix their vehicle. And they want their vehicle fixed right. Well, this is how that industry's making thousands of dollars. The proper thing back in my day, we'd be replacing that. Me, I'm just going to have him settle for a couple of rivets, okay? I don't like shortcutting things. I never did. But these days, it's a necessary process that you can't replace every part, and you're not going to make every customer totally happy. I mean, sometimes customers find things later and they think, what the hell, why did that guy do that? Because you're not willing to pay for it, and you don't want to. Sometimes I tell these people, even a simple part like that, you don't realize what it's going to cost. Well, go to a junkyard and get one. You're going to end up with the same shit in your hand. So, thanks for watching my videos, and remember about learning about new things on YouTube. Now I learn things in my backyard. See, I never knew such things existed. Well, I mean, I heard of Viagra, don't tell me wrong, you know. But then maybe that's why everybody in the White House is a peckerhead. A big one anyway. Thanks for watching my videos. And just showing you what's going wrong in this industry. And why the industry, if you can't get your car fixed, or somebody tells you it's 3 weeks to a month, or 3 months or 6, there's a reason why this is going on. All right, somebody's getting impatient. I gotta return this call.